Right, welcome back to the channel. We're going to continue on following on from the last episode where we actually got the tyre on the front wheel. That was a mission and a half, that one. First time I've ever doing it, but it's on, it's stayed up, which is great. I've still got the parts laid out on the bench to attach to the front wheel. Got the rear wheel up on the bench. So today we're going to get the tyre on that, do exactly the same. I probably won't show actual fitting it because it did take some time on the first one. More getting the first side on, the second side went on really easy. So probably what I'll do is I'll start doing the rear tyre and then bring you back as I'm finishing off the second side. The other thing I wanted to say is regards to the bracket, thank you so much to everybody that emailed me, messaged me and sent me comments of where it goes. There was so many of you, William, Bill, Stephen, Cliff and everybody else. You know, that was a real help. You know, it's awkward when you've got a box of bits, you're sifting through, you clean them up, you paint them and then you think, where's that go? So it does actually fit. I'll show you. Any of those are unsure. It actually fits behind this badge. But as a lot of you pointed out, this is actually the feast picture from the 77 Z650 B1, and as you can see, many of you said it doesn't actually show it anywhere in the picture. It's on, I think it was William said it's on like the 550 and a few other variations that have got the actual badge that in front. I decided I wanted to go with that because it does make the front end look a bit cleaner. But as I say, it doesn't actually show it in the pictures, so we'll get this fitted first and then I'll move on to the tyre and the rim, and I'll bring you back as I'm putting in the second side. So let's get this bracket fitted first. Alright, so that's in place. I just need to shorten these spacers that I had that came with this bracket. That pushes it back a little bit further. Alright, let's move on to rear wheel, get the tyre on. As I say, it's exactly the same as when I did the front wheel. So I'll get one side on, that's the hard job. And then join me when I'm just about to start putting the second side in. I've also dug out the bolts for the sprocket carrier. They need to be cleaned up and refurbed. So next job, let's get the tyre on. Right, so as promised, actually join me now. Managed to get the first side in. So that's all in. That was actually a little quicker. Obviously second time round it's probably getting easier the more I do it. So we're going to pop the second side in, inflate it up, and then we'll start putting the brake shoes etc and start putting this back together, and then we can get this in the bike. As I said, I need to quickly refurb these bolts up. Let's give them a clean up, so then we can mount them in the sprocket carrier. I'll dig out the sprocket. I've already got the brake shoes ready, and then we can move on to the front wheel. Right, so as I say, next job, we'll just pop the second side in. Right, and she's done. That one was a little bit tougher on this side than the first one. But I'll get some air in this and then join back on the bench. Right, so they're all cleaned. Got some new sprocket nuts as well. And obviously the new rear sprocket. The other thing I'm missing, there should be like lock plates to go on where you lock it round. I'm going to have to actually get some. I've dug the old ones out. As you can see by the state, there's nothing left of them, so right, so that's done, ready to go in the rear wheel. Right, I'll get the camera set up in a better place. We'll flip this round and then we'll get the brake shoes done. Right, so I've got the brake shoes. It's actually a flat piece, so it actually fits. Then you've got your springs. Brute force on that one, but that is done. Alright, just going to pop the rear wheel up. Right, so all I've got to do is just pop the cush drive rubbers in and then put the sprocket carrier in. I should have the spindle, and there should be a spacer which I've just got to dig out. I'll spin the bike round and then we'll pop that in the back of the bike. Right, so everything's lined up ready. The bolts all been cleaned. Then it will be the spacer. Then from the other side, spacer, washer, nut, and split pin. And again, actually looking at it, spacer, nut, they're not actually showing. I'll see how we go. But no, everything's ready. I say this is taking a little bit longer than I expected. I actually need to put a bit more air in this tyre because I've noticed the rim hasn't quite popped. So I'll do that in a second. Bike's turned around, ready to go. It's going to be so nice seeing wheels and tyres going in here. And then we'll get that attached, and then probably I may just continue on as I have done in previous. Still got the front one to do yet. It's taking a lot longer than I thought, but I don't want to rush and I don't want to miss bits out so people don't sort of see everything. So I'll put some more air in that tyre and then we'll pop it in the rear. Right, so tyre's ready, just inflated it a bit more. I'll get this mounted up, get it in place, grease the main bolt up and then start fitting up the brake brackets and the torsion bar. Right, so I've got the spacers for the other side. Right, and that is in. Just got these bolts to tighten down. First of all, I want to get the bracket in place. Right, and the last bit will be the brake arm. And then we'll probably continue on in the next episode and get the front done. Right, so that's just goes through and then a split pin. Right, so all I've got to do now is just go around and adjust or tighten up these bolts. Seems to work. Alright, just load that down a bit. Really pleased with that. That's really nice to actually see a wheel in it. Right, so next episode I'm going to crack on with the front, get that in, and it should be down on 2 wheels. It's nice to see. Right, so thanks for joining me on that one. I'm so glad to get that rear wheel in, everything fitted. I've got to go back in and just tighten up some of the bolts. They're not all torqued down, but it is just at the moment to get it down on two wheels so I can get it off the stand. And like I said in an earlier video, it's going to have to be wheeled out for now until I can get the money together to actually get back into it and get the wiring sorted. Next episode, I'm going to crack on with the front wheel and get that all installed. Got the disc, caliper and all the bolts and the plates. I say, any comments in the comments box below. I appreciate all your feedback. Your feedback so far has been superb. I can't fault anybody. It's just been brilliant to get all the comments I've had. I've had so much help. It's been absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate it. You've helped me with this build, which is great, and you're now beginning to see the results of the work and the support and the help that you've given me. But as I say, we'll crack on in the next episode. But as usual, links to other videos top left and top right. It's going to be a best for viewer and a playlist. Go check them out, have a look at what I've done. Again, I really appreciate all your comments, all your feedback to any videos. There's the Hayabusa, the ST, there's numerous playlists. It does rotate every video. I put a different playlist up. Obviously, as the channels, I'm producing more videos, there will be more playlists. So there will be more to see, but there's quite a lot in there as there is, so go and check them out. I really appreciate it. And as I say, thanks for watching. Join me again next time. Cheers. Bye.